ourselves, not having someone tell you how to think, tell you how to define yourself, but you have to think for yourself. And then I threw in a couple of symbols from the drinker. You think about the symbol for independence and freedom, and for emancipation. And then also the spider's web, which is created for creativity here. And then you have the hands that have water bound, but now they're free. And you see the rope being broken there. And that's the freedom to think for yourself, the freedom to create, and also the freedom to define yourself. And I always tell my students, don't let anyone else define you. You are your own dictionary. And so it's important for them to realize, and I think one of the things that we try to do in Vital is we want to project images that our culture can relate to. We want them to be able to see themselves in the work. I think that was one of the things that as a child, as an artist, I mean, I gravitated towards Bill Cosby and Good Times. I love Good Times. I love JJ. And I had to get some knowledge to find out that JJ wasn't painting all those paintings, but it was Ernie Barnes. But the significance of that as a child, I didn't miss Good Times. And the best episodes when JJ had his easel out. And so that was how I related to that. And later on, I had an opportunity to meet Ernie Barnes in Philadelphia, and it was a highlight. And I told, hey man, I grew up watching JJ, thinking JJ was you. But it was a great opportunity. But it was a moment for me, and it made me a better person and a better artist. Okay.
Hi, I'm doing the third principle, using it's collective work and responsibility. So I chose to do and pay homage to grandmas and aunties and all the people that have gone before us and instilled good qualities in us, and if we just listen, even today, the youth could carry on and continue to contribute to the community. So this is my piece.
The fourth principle, Ujamaa Cooperative Economics, is to build and maintain our stores, shops, and other businesses, and to profit from them together. This work was created by Ariston Jacks. Ariston is not here, he's out of town, but in his work, one of the things that he does, he uses a lot of symbolism in his work, and you can see the symbol of the cooperative economics here, and then you also see the silhouettes of the figures reaching towards the symbol and pointing upwards. One of the things you have to do when we get done talking is come in and look at his work. One of the things that I always am amazed about is how many complex images he has within the piece. And even up close where he uses the overlaying glazes here, inside that you can see other images there. But you see this look of reaching up and having something for ourselves and working together, cooperatively. Next principle, Nia being purpose. This is one of my pieces. It's called a matriarch panel. And one of the things we talked about with purpose is cause us to make our collective vocation the building and developing of our community in order to restore people. In creating this piece, there's a story behind it. I had surgery on my neck from spinal stenosis, and as an artist, you know, one of the things that Ron was talking about, and I really take it to heart now that, you know, I had a situation where my vocation and my gift from God was causing a lot of misery and pain, and where I was having spasms and I really couldn't hold a paintbrush, having pain in my neck. And so I had to have surgery. And during this surgery and during this time, it was a reflective time to really think about, man, God has really blessed me, and I can't really stop doing what I'm doing. And many times now, when I'm creating artwork, I'm still in pain. But the pain is overcome by the gift. And creating, and he was asking about some of the prizes, creating artwork after you're done. I mean, your son talked about money. I mean, money, yeah, we want money. But the most rewarding part that I've received from artwork is when I've just done something from my heart and given it to someone. And to see their reaction and response of how much they would cherish something that was given. And then they ask, you know, how did you do this? How did you do this? And the only answer is, God did it. You know, he did it through me, and he did it through these artists. It's a gift. So it's something that has to be cherished. But in this panel, what I did was I was having problems working flat, and so I started buying small cabinets from Habitat for Humanity. And then I would paint these cabinets and then paint images on there. Black people, brown people are the most beautiful people in the world. And one of the things that I've done as an artist, I created a piece called Hugh Boys. And the writing aspect of it was that I looked at it was about my father, PK, once again, but it was about my father, who was born in the 30s, and all the different monikers or names or descriptions for his race, where he started off Negro, and then Black, and Afro-American, and Black American, and colored. And so you think about that, how they deal with that, and hue is pure color. So after that happened, one of the things that I do now is that when I create, I just use color. But it still looks like us. So you can see that, okay? I'm doing the rest of these because these people are here. I didn't paint all of these. Okay. Habari Gani.
Kumba.
All right. Habari Gani. Kumba. Okay, this piece by Ariston Jacks deals with Kaumba creativity, and it's talking about how we can use our artwork to repair and to renew and to heal this generation. And that is really the principle of Vital. And we want to use our images to tell stories, but we want to also use our images to enlighten people, to repair and renew our culture. And you say, how can you do that? Each time you create something, you're making something better. So if you create in the way that Ron Mack creates, and he's over there doing this stuff, and I've been in sessions before in educational settings where he's, rocked the crowd lyrically, metaphorically, and academically. And every time he does it, I say, man, that's a gifted brother. And so you think about using artwork to repair and to renew. Every time you create something, whether it's visual art, whether it's poetry, whether it's cooking, whether it's fashion, whatever you do, you're renewing, you're building, you're regenerating. And as a society, as a culture, we need to always do that. Ariston worked once again, a lot of images within and silhouettes and figures. I'll let you look at that and figure it out. This brother gets deep, and he uses a lot of different colors in there, and the colors of the Kwanzaa principles, the reds, the blacks, and the greens. The last one. See? The last one, Imani, faith, by artist Latoya Hobbs. This one is called Cause Us to Believe with All Our Heart in Our People, Our Parents, Our Teachers and Leaders, and the righteousness and victory of our struggle. And so you think about that, and you think about the principles of Kwanzaa, and when it was birthed, there was a lot of recognition or reevaluation of who we are. And not only of who we are, of what we are in society, what is our role. And thinking about that faith, I know each one of you, if you can in your mind right now, you think about a parent. You know, some of us are blessed to have one or two of our parents, but some parents have gone on. But you think about your parents and the faith that they had. And what you realize is all you're doing is living on their prayers.
That's right.
That's all you're doing is living on their prayers. You think about your teachers. There are teachers now being away from here 15 years and coming back and teaching in Little Rock and thinking about some of the things that I say to my students. I said, man, you know, my teacher told me that every day. And so you try to inspire. And then having that principle of faith and in the family, making sure that no matter what you go through, that you always have a source that's guiding you. And that source is God. And so in Latoya's image, she's working a lot with the silhouettes and the figures. And then she has a drink of symbol in this background that pulls it all together. So these are our 7 pieces that we have. We really want you to come out second Friday night for the Vital exhibition. The artists will have, we'll probably have a total of 6 works each. We're a figurative artist group where we're working with a figure, but we're also telling a story. We'll have an artist talk where the artists will come around and talk about their artwork on the Saturday, which is on the 12th. And then on the 26th, we're doing something that's very different, and we want to get the word out to the community. We're having a Back to Life rap session and workshop where we want to have young people come in, young, middle-aged, and old, and talk to us, and we're going to talk to you about artwork. Ron Mack's going to talk about how he develops his ideas even more. Melba Rue is going to talk about how she creates her pieces. I'll talk about mine. Then we'll have 2 artists that are even going to do a piece of artwork during that time. If there are any of you that have visual art and you want ideas or you want suggestions on your portfolio or on your work, you can come in then. So that's something that's going to start being announced in the future, but that's on the 26th. So January is Back to Life with Vital, visual images that affect lives. Thank you.